Okay, now just to recap our notes for last few lessons, since we are on this topic on your fungi, your plants, your animals. All right, just to make sure you have your notes in your notebook. Okay, the main thing for our plants, I'm gonna turn my video off, on and off for the time being. Okay. All right, just to know what are plants. Basically, they are one of the living things besides animals, and how to differentiate what are the living things. Simple. There's only 3 important things we need. What are they? Can you answer my question?
Air, food, and water.
Yes. Okay. And for plants,
air, food, and
they have additional ability to actually provide food for themselves. They can make their own food. Okay. When I glitch and I talk, does my voice, the sound goes through the same time, or it just becomes like pause and whatever? Well, do you hear my?
Yeah, how you say it? When you glitch, it also continues what you're talking.
Oh, okay. That's weird. I have got no other explanation, so I'm not so good with computer, but it only happens for a while, no major problem. So hopefully it just stay that way. Okay. Okay, plants. Now we know what are the good things besides providing us with food, providing your animals with food. Plants also have a certain medical abilities to heal us. Some of them are herbal plants. Okay, not all, but of course there are some that's poisonous that will even kill us. Others, they actually have a herbal qualities. Okay, besides their medicine qualities, they can also provide shelter. All right, they give us shade from the hot sun, from the rain, maybe, perhaps not all of it, because the rain does falls on the leaves and the leaves does drip water on us. Yeah, so the main thing, of course, plants provide us with food. They give us shelter, they give us some medicine value, and also we can actually chop off the wood for the materials to make furniture, etc., etc. Okay, like I said, some of them are harmful, which are poisonous, and you need to be able to you need to be able to identify and also know which are the common ones that are often seen, so that we will not touch the poisonous plants. Okay. Did I show you this notes last week?
Which one?
This one that I'm showing.
Yeah.
You remember seeing it?
Yeah.
It's the second piece of notes that I've given you, just to make sure that you have extra information besides your school textbook and the worksheets that we give you. Okay. So where do plants grow? Basically, fields, forests, gardens, ponds, river. And you have the difference between land and water plants, 2 different categories. Or also you can identify them in or put them into category of flowering and non-flowering plants, like whether they can produce flowers or they can't produce flowers. Okay, let me just highlight, if I can highlight. Okay, so basically you have this flowering plants and non-flowering plants. Okay, and either that is other land plants or water plants. Now I'm not sure if they just stay there. Okay, so I can't really box around, but just a quick clear for this page. These are the things that you can categorize plants under. Okay, so other than that, we have your, of course, flower plants. You will know that they will have seeds where they can reproduce, and the flowers will most of the time turn into fruits. Actually, whatever fruits that we're eating are actually before they turn to fruits, they were flowers before. Okay. So also you need to be able to understand your different parts of the plant. Okay. Let me see what other colors. So the main thing, let me see, I can box. So the main part is this one. Now I don't expect you to draw, but if you can, when you're free in your notebook, have some decorated some nice pictures with it, or if you can find a sticker with a plant or flower, you know, paste on it, and then label your own self, you know, do something creative, you know, like as in when you actually can decorate, if you got those stickers where you got plant, you got leaf or whatsoever, stick on it, make it like a real plant, and then put the word there, flower parts, where you have leaf, flower, stem, roots, and your fruits. So you can actually decorate your notebook. When you open your notebook, it actually helps you to remember a lot faster and easier, and it also imprints in your mind with the visual, with the pictures. Okay, so main functions, basically we know that plants, they have roots, and roots are the ones that actually take in water and minerals so that the plant can survive using the water. Okay, we'll learn this process along the way, how they make food for P3, P4. You'll learn about photosynthesis, okay, how they actually have their green pigmentation to trap sunlight. That's the chlorophyll that they have in their plant body itself. And it traps sunlight with water and the minerals. From there, using carbon dioxide as well, they will start making food and produce oxygen and food. Okay, now we will go through the process, so don't worry about it. I'm just mentioning just so you can have a rough idea. Okay, now example of an onion plant is example of a stem part is an onion plant. In case you don't know, whenever we eat onion, it's actually part of the stem, and they are actually underground stem. Okay, so one example is a onion plant. All right, for leaves, basically you have few different types of leaves. The common ones, 3 types: your oval, the heart shape, and your palm shape. My girl always call the palm shape a star leaf. So basically, to her, it looks like a star. Yeah, so but it's, don't say that, because the actual name is a palm shape. Okay, so you got oval, heart, and palm. Flowers, you got hibiscus and azurea. I think I did mention to you last week that azurea, when I was young, I actually pluck it out, take out the little stalk in between the stem, and there's a droplet of the sap. So I wanted to taste whether it's sweet. My friend did that. That's why I copied her. She said it's sweet, but I don't find there's any taste. To me, it's too small a droplet for me to taste the sweetness. So I don't think it's sweet at all. I don't think there's any taste at all, in fact. Okay, so fruit examples: mango, rambutan, and ansana. Pompong and ansana can't be eaten. Okay, pompong is a poisonous fruit. Ansana is just when they actually fall. Basically, they are actually very dried up. So they basically are brown, and I don't think you can never eat that anyway. Okay, so pompong is poisonous. The sap of the fruit alone will cause itchiness and the tongue to swell up. So any animals, including humans, okay, when you eat it, you basically will be poisoned. You have to go straight to the hospital, or for the doctor to actually have a check. And honestly, I think every poison that is in the body, they will have an antihistamine or something, or anti-poison. I'm not sure how they treat poisoning, so I wouldn't want to know anyway. But poison, if you really, depends on how severe your poison, how much help you can get. Okay, so back to animals. We have different many categories of animals, but of course the main thing, if you actually divide them into the diet that they eat, 3 different types, you will get your, I'm going to go right down, 3 different types: herbivores that eat plants only. You have your carnivores that eat animals only, and of course your omnivores that eat both plants and animals. These are based on the diet if you want to categorize them. But if you don't, then there are many other ways of categorizing them according to whether they have hair, scales, feathers, or shell. Okay, so the main thing of this outer body covering basically also has a purpose for each individual animal, depending on where they live, where they are born, what kind of environment that they grow in. All right, So for outer covering like scales, fishes, they live in the sea. These scales actually help to protect the animals from injuries and other predators. In case you don't know, you know shark and dolphin, they always fight, right? And sometimes dolphins, I think there are many cases where dolphin actually help to save people from sharks. I don't know if you read about the news. Sometimes there are instances that it happened, and when they do fight and protect. Now, have you ever touched a real dolphin before at the Sea World at
No,
Universal
no, my mother
Sentosa?
and father don't allow me to touch dolphins.
They're actually fine. If you go to the Sentosa Sea World, if you've been there, I don't know if they still have it, but many years ago, I think about 9 years ago or 10 years ago, they still have they have this thing called swim with the dolphins. So I actually went to Sentosa with my female friend, my colleague. So we actually have our flippers with us with our swimsuit, and there are people that guide us. We went into the pool, and not exactly a pool, it's like a very deep pool. They deliberately make it look like is the ocean. So there are two trained dolphins there. They're tame, of course, they're trained, and we were playing with them. So I got a bit shocked because they
If
are really
you,
big.
if like 10 or like 9 years ago, that means I was. If it was 10 or 9 years
No,
ago,
no, that
that
means you're
means
not
I
born
was
yet.
just like, no,
You're
I
not
was
born.
born 10 years ago. Wait, 23,
You're
22,
probably
21,
three.
20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14. 10 years ago was 2014, and I was born in that year.
Yeah, you're just born, so you're just a baby.
So yeah, 24. Yeah, I was just like
Yeah.
months old and like 1 year old on 2015.
Yeah, so basically I was already very old. I think that would be I'm 34 or 33. So anyway, I am still adventurous. I went swimming for the first time with the dolphins. They are actually I'm quite scared. In the picture, they took a picture of me, and I can see in the picture that I look very terrified because the dolphin is very big. So it's as tall as big and thick as me. But I had a chance, they are tame, so I actually touch it. The texture of their body, I'm actually quite surprised. It's very soft and very smooth. It's not like fishy smell, but of course the environment they swim in around when I step off the platform to go into the water with them. There's this algae where you have to be careful that I'm afraid I might slip. Algae are very slippery if you step on it. So they actually form in the water, but that's the environment they live at the edge. So they have to make it as real as it looks like the sea ocean. So it can't be too clean. Otherwise, anyway, the dolphin are really huge. So there's one female, one male. And my friend, I can't remember whether she took the female or the male, but we were told to slide on our float, and then the dolphin will push us behind on our feet. So I can feel too the nose of the dolphin pushing my feet. And I was like swimming really fast. They are very fast. And I managed to like dance with the dolphin and, touch the fin. They are very soft also. So compared to a shark, now I've never touched a shark before and I don't want to, but I know that when they do fight, and shark skin is very rough, the texture of it. And sometimes when you see dolphins who are caught in a battle with a shark, and the shark actually attack or hit them or push them, they will find the body of the dolphin with scar, with marks. So sometimes they got scratches, and the poor thing dolphin texture is so soft, the skin is very smooth and soft, and they having to protect us away from shark and having to take the blow from the shark on their soft skin body is actually quite for a wild animal to do that to help a human. I think it's a very highly intelligent animal, and very gentle animal, next to mammals. I feel that they are the next closest friend, best friend to animal, to humans, to be honest. Yeah, so just to let you know that their skin are actually very soft. Their body texture, if you think that they are dolphin and they are gray and they are rough because they are big, no, they are not. Okay. Okay, so I just restart my video. But anyway, of course, sorry, excuse me. So you got other animals with scales, feathers. Feathers we all know. Have you touched a duck? I think chicken you should have